Howdy folks, how we going? So we were looking at doing a lithium mine and I've started and it's a bit of a mess. So let's try and have a look, see what's going on. This is just running through at the minute, it's filling up. Right, so the lithium mine, it's a bit of a state because I started to dig it and it started to go a little bit crazy. And I've been using some Dre to try and blast to get through the soil to get to the pay dirt. And this is sort of the bit of the lithium that I keep finding. Now, a lot of the problem is I make a lot of spillage. And when I make a lot of spillage, I end up dropping pay dirt and stuff over the top of what is potentially lithium. So what I'm going to do, because we've got a little bit of money, because I keep buying and selling different stuff. Currently, we've only got the front end loader and the rock truck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a nuke. And the reason why I want to use a nuke is because I kind of want to clean this out a bit. I'm aware that a nuke is going to kind of blast a bit of a problem, but I also know the blast radius of a nuke is about 10 blocks. So what we're going to do is we're going to run over to the store, we're going to buy a nuke, we're going to buy 10 blocks so that we've got a sort of idea of where the center is. So the reason why I want to do this is, well, basically just going to clean things up a bit and it's going to help us out a little bit. And hopefully it will expose where actually the lithium node is. So we're sort of talking 10 blocks. Now, I don't mind if it goes a little bit further that way. So that's 8. So I don't mind that. Then we need to come down, really. So that way is fine. That way is fine. Four more. So there, I'm just thinking I don't want to do full 10 blocks because obviously I do want to blast some out at the bottom, but I don't want to go crazy. I was just going to make this side way too steep. But I think that might be enough if I put the nuke kind of this corner. So if we get this, and maybe we can put it there, you know. Yeah, I think if we put it there, that'll be all right. We turn this. Now we've just got to go to a distance where we can actually see this from. So this could be a little bit crazy. So I need to be about 400 meters away from that. So what I'm going to do, I don't know what that contract is over there. I'm going to grab me a contract that is to deliver material. So that should put, there we go, we got one. So I'm going to use that as my distance marker and see if we can't go miles away. I'm just going to go for a run through the woods. I'll catch you guys when we're all set up and ready to go. So that should be far enough. I'm just going to say, as I've run out here, I've seen obviously a lot of this, which I'm assuming is bedrock, right? Or just rock even. And I've seen a lot of this, which is dark enough to be coal, but I haven't seen anything that's light or anything that's going to potentially show different colours. But that's by the by. Anyway. Detonator. Firing. That is so bright. So bright. I'll wait till that subsides. So now what we've got to do, select the front end loader and click drive. We can zoom ourselves back home. A little bit bumpy, and we can see what the state of play is. Not quite as expected, but as expected at the same time. So it has cleaned the place out, but I was hoping it was going to expose a little bit more than what it did. Sadly it hasn't. Sadly it hasn't. But I do feel maybe another one more, and we might, because I was getting them pretty cheap, so we could do all right there. I will say this, worth looking at the loan. See how much loan repayment is. We can pay back the loan. This is good. So paying back the loan, we are now out of loanness again. So I'll just grab another nuke. So we've got the nuke, and we'll go down here. We'll not do so many. So it was like 8 or something last time, wasn't it? So we'll do 6, so it'll be the 7th block. So then we're back up here. So that should be, again, it should be enough to go down, but not enough to like ruin everything. Now what I'm going to do again, obviously, is just skedaddle a very long way away. We came even further away this time. Now, is that not the texture of gold? Or is that just rock? I think it's just rock, but this might be worth checking out at some point. Detonator down. And away she blows. Yeah, this map is something huge though. This might be a good place. Looking at all of this, I don't know what that is, I don't know what that is, I don't know what that is, but there's a lot around here. Plus we've got all the stone that's in the mountain. It's just a long way away from the sell point, which would be slightly frustrating maybe, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Right, let's have a look at the damage this time. Ooh. Okay, a little bit of an issue loading the textures up, but yeah, it's not looking great. It's looking like this is the only bit of lithium that there is. Although looking at that, I'm also potentially not blasting deep enough anyway. But this is what we're stuck with for now. So this isn't too bad of a ramp, hopefully, to get the loader in. So hopefully we can drive down here. If all else fails, I was going to say if all else fails, we'll get the dozer and sort of push a ramp down, but cash is a little bit tight right now. But we'll see. So underneath that should be more lithium, right? Are we looking? Maybe. Maybe. It's hard to tell. I don't actually know if when it blasts it doesn't kind of fill itself in. So it might do. Grab this bad boy and we'll go get him set just so we can start digging a bit. I know I was using the excavator before and I'm not using it now. Reason being, I prefer to use the voxel mode rather than the bulk mode for dirt, and the excavator just it's a little bit funky, I guess is the easiest way of saying it, and obviously you don't get as much for your scoop. It is more fun to use, in my personal opinion. It's way more fun to use. I like using the excavator, but it just takes forever and a day to deliver the same amount as a normal rock truck will do if you fill it with a front end loader. So I just wanted to just kind of crack on really and try and dig out this lithium, because you know we're chasing money. We just got to be careful obviously with everything running all the while and having 30k, that the expenses don't outweigh the profit. That's why we're here in the first place, because the coal mine was no longer profitable. So we had to come over here, try and dig some lithium, which looks like we've got a real small lithium vein. So ooh. Oh yeah, I would have expected to uncover a bit more. Oh, we are doing. Ah, there we go. So yeah, there is quite a bit here. It's just getting to it. Finding out where it ends. Should blast the topsoil off, really give us a clue where we're going. I can see why people are blasting. I mean, I know I've been shoveling and sticking any old everything through the sorter, but when I got the dray out and blasted, and you realise you do have a lot of literally useless soil there, that all it does is run through the sorter and come out the bottom. You can do tons and tons and tons of it and actually get nowhere. Kind of crazy. Until I can afford anything, this is where we are for now. I'm not taking out any more loads. I don't want to. I say we're not going to. Probably will end up doing. I'd rather we didn't. I'd like to try and just go now and aim for profit, but who knows how things go. So I'm just going to keep digging this hole and hoping for the best, really, and seeing if we can get something good out of it. I'm feeling that the goal, anyway, is to try and get enough... try and get enough finances, I think, is the best thing. So that we can head over to that hill, wherever it was. That one over that way somewhere. That little guy there, because of all the ore that are around it, I think that would be way profitable for us. But we've got to build a road and stuff out that way. So if we aim for enough money to buy us a dozer so that we can do that, I think that would be a smart idea. In the perfect world, what we're aiming for is having enough money so that we can keep hold of all our equipment without chopping and changing through. But I am just thinking as well, if we are going to go all the way out over to that mountain over there, it'd be nice if we could sort of get some road going. So I'm questioning myself now whether or not we should start looking at changing up where the plant is. I know, again, for the, what, third, fourth, fifth time. But I'm just thinking, now that we've got a destination, we could probably convey a load of the soil just straight off the end. And I also would like to bring the systems down closer so that I could load quicker. I think that's the biggest thing right now, is just loading. And it's all, again, it's all time management, stuff like this. And obviously, if we were closer to where we're digging, it cuts down the time. So it'd be nice if we could kind of bring, I don't know what. You don't even necessarily need a hopper, but a conveyor, something down here, so that I can just scoop and fill, scoop and fill, scoop and fill. Throw the excess dirt over the hill on a conveyor system. Then run the rest of it either through plant or just something, just so that we can just get it to sell a little bit. And if we are going to do that, I do want to kind of put the hopper down this side, maybe, because it doesn't look like the lithium comes much more. Well, maybe it does. Maybe it does. Maybe that's spillage. I don't know. I was just thinking if I could put the hopper down this side, then I could just scoop and fill, scoop and fill, scoop and fill kind of situation. We have no idea what machines are en route, how big things are going to be, or maybe even if it's going to be any sort of automation or just something that might help us. Have also heard that running pay dirt through more and more and more sorters is going to offer you the best payout. So we might look at adding another sorter in now. I don't want to go crazy. So at most I'd probably do 2, maybe 3 if the profits were good. But everything is going to get a change as well. So it's like, if we worry too much about that sort of stuff now and start to make changes too much, and then we could end up getting things really messy. So it's best just to kind of plod along as we are doing now, in my opinion. But I'm a little bit happier now that I'm sort of uncovering more of the lithium here. Telling me that it was a worthwhile hole to dig. Or blast. Whichever way you look at it. Dump this whole thing in here first. I'm going to shut this bottom one off just so that we can get a pay. This is a problem. This is something that I've been worried about, and I know that I just stuck this underneath it, but this has happened to me before. I was wondering why I wasn't getting paid, and it's like, because everything's just turned into, it's just all connecting to itself, so it's a bad idea to have this stuff cycle through. There we go. And I also know, because things have changed about how this drop-in bit disappears, it's now like got a time to it. I don't know how that is affecting the sell point, but for me that's the second time that I've had that sort of thing happen. I'm just going to turn this off. Just hopefully make a sail. Hopefully. There we go. Yeah, so much better over here than with the coal. That is something that I have noticed I have to keep watching out for. We didn't quite get it all. I can't do anything about that. And that's another reason why I kind of feel I need to change this to move it higher. Yeah, and I know I keep changing the plant out and it's frustrating and it's just confusing and annoying, and I feel it. Believe me, I feel it. I'm the one doing it, I feel it. It's just trying to work out. I guess I'm one of those people that's trying to have a one-size-fits-all, and in a game like this that isn't possible. So I just got to roll with the punches. Well, I'm liking the money that we're getting from this so far. This is nice amounts that we're coming out of this with, which is good. I'm just going to find out where it goes this way. If I can keep digging it out and keep finding it, this will be a nice little earner. Be it long term, short term, who knows. Might be a place to come for when we need a quick buck. Finance other projects. We come here, grab a load of lithium, take the money, do whatever we've got to do elsewhere, and you know, try and make a mine that way. Come back here when we're short of bucks again. We'll have to see. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. I hope you've had a wicked holidays or Christmas or whatever it is, and you have an awesome new year, and I'll catch you guys next time when, like I say, we'll be rebuilding a plant, I imagine, and moving things around and make things annoying. You guys take it easy out there, and I will see you again.